Welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is one badass 1970 Chevelle. This baby's been built up to LS6 specs. It's got a 512 block. It's got the correct heads. It's a 4-speed. The top goes down. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you are gonna love checking it out. Man, those stripes are buried under the clear, looking sweet. The chrome's looking sweet. All the trim's looking great. Man, she is beautiful. Of course, it's got the cowl hood, and that hood is functioning, guys. I was out driving it earlier today, looking sweet, driving sweet. Man, she's great. It's got the correct wheels on it. Beautiful. We've got great looking gaps here. Everything's looking great. All the stainless is looking good. Looks like that door handle's brand new. All these lines line up good. Everything's looking good. Look at the reflections there in that black paint. Doors operating nice and smooth. Everything's nice and clean in here. Looks like the rubber's been replaced. Door panel's in good shape. The dash is in beautiful shape. We got a great looking steering wheel on there. We've got the chrome ball on that 4-speed shifter. Center console's in great shape. Great looking interior. Now, if you want to check out several pictures of the car with the top up, go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. We got seat belts in the back seat here. We got great looking custom floor mats in there. Just beautiful. Dash pad itself's in good shape. The lenses on the dash look great. All the chrome, the paint work, everything just absolutely gorgeous on the interior. I can't get over the reflections here in this black paint. All the chrome looks good here. Again, these stripes buried in the clear. You can't even feel that stripe. Get inside the trunk here. Look inside there. Everything's sealed up, looking sweet. We do have a spare in here. Looks like the jack's in there. Always take a look at that trunk floor. Look how nice and clean that is. Backside of the quarter's nice and clean. Wheel well looks good. Bottom side of the deck lid's nicely painted. Everything's nice and clean in here. Looks like the rubber's been replaced. The lip on the deck lid's nice and clean and nicely painted. Lens on the tail lights, looks like it's new. You look down the side of the car, man, she's straight. Lots of hours went into the body work on this car. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment whatsoever. That means we own this car. So you can bet we've spent the time and done our homework to check the car out before we bought it. Then when the car gets here to our shop, we get it up on the lift and check it all out so we can answer all your questions. Right now we have a little over 200 cars in inventory, and we've checked out every one of those cars. So call Tom at 248-974-9513 and Tom can answer all your questions. Now I've been in the business for about 35 years and I'm going to put all those years to work for you, helping you pick out your dream car. All right, here we go for a ride in a 70 Chevelle. Top goes down. She's got a big block in her, 454, 4-speed, absolutely beautiful restoration. And we're driving around on a nice sunshiny day. Shifting gears, enjoying the sunshine. This thing is absolutely beautiful, sounding good, feeling good, and looking good. Now we're gonna get around this corner and I'm gonna tell you just how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway. All you need to do is call Tom at 248-974-9513. Tom will explain the whole process to you. He'll also explain to you how easy it is to get financing on this car. We got about 3 different bankers we work with on financing, so we make it really easy on you. All you gotta do is make that initial phone call. Tom will take care of the rest for you, no problem whatsoever. As you can see down here on the dash, we got our tack is working, we got our speedo working here. The clock is going tick-tock, but I wouldn't trust it to keep time. It does have the original AM/FM radio. I wouldn't bother listening to that. Looks like we got an extra gauge down there underneath the dash. We do have an electric top on this car, so you can put the top up and down with a switch right here on the dash. Of course, we do have our 4-speed shifter, and the accelerator's working just fine. The flapper on the hood's also working, so when you put the hammer down, that flapper comes up, lets a little extra cool air get into that big old 4-barrel carburetor, makes some extra horsepower, not like you need any coming out of this big old 454. Now we're right outside the Motor City and we invite you to come and check out these cars in person. Even though we sell most of our cars sight unseen, we invite you and encourage you to come check the cars out in person. We're close to the airport if you need to fly in. Here's our building here. We're at 15100 Keele Street in Plymouth, Michigan. We got 80,000 square feet of indoor storage, well over 200 cars in stock, and we're ready for you to come in now. Stick with us. We're gonna put it up in the air for you right now. All right, we're underneath this car now, and it is absolutely beautiful under here. You can see the trunk floor looks good, the bushings look good, the exhaust is looking sweet. Right around the 331 gear here, and it is posi. You can see the bushings have been replaced, the shocks look like they're new, the brake lines look like they're new, it's got a sway bar here. I can see new hardware here on the brakes. Plus the guys will pull the brakes all apart, make sure they're in good working order. Somebody has reinforced the lower control arms. It does have the reinforcing braces here for the front mounting point on the lower control arms. Looks like the bushings up here are new. The floorboards look like they're brand new and coated. The frame is also looking sweet. It's all painted up. Back sides of the rockers look good. The pinch weld looks good. These are all things you need to be looking at on all these cars when you're looking at buying one of these cars. Parking brake cable looks like it's new. Brake line going front to back looks like it's new. Previous owner tells us that the trans is an M21. It is a Muncie. It's got the stock appearing bell housing on it. It's got the stock appearing clutch linkage on it. It's got the reverse lockout also. That means you got to have it in reverse to get the key out of it. It looks like new ball joints, top and bottom. We do have disc brakes up front here. Backing plates look like they've been restored. Bushings on the lower control arms look like they're new. Front frame horns are nice and straight. Sway bar looks like it's got new bushings in it. Everything about the car is nice and clean under here. Core support here looks good. I always check out the core support on every car. That helps tell the scene on the car. One of the first things to go on one of these cars, so it's a good thing to look at on every car. Front fenders here, back side of them are nice and clean. The wheel well's nice and clean there. The wheel lip molding looks good. We do have the painted wheels. The center caps look like they're new. Trim ring is in good shape. We got two 2570 14s up front. You can always take a look at the frame right in this area too. Again, it's a telltale sign. Good area to look at on every car. Always look on the bottom side of these front fenders too. That's all nice and clean. Always look at this pinch weld. Always feel the back side here. You can just run your hand down there. Back side of that rocker is nice and clean, nice and smooth. Out back here, trim ring again looks good. Obviously a lot wider wheel back here, and we got a lot more tire back here too. 275/60 15s out back. Wheel lip molding looks good, and again the wheel well looks good. Always feel this edge too. Again, all I feel is that inner wheelhouse there where it comes to the quarter. And I already talked about that pinch weld. You got to make sure you look at that pinch weld. And again, this is another area on the frame. You want to check out that area on the frame. Low spot in the frame. Really important that you look at that spot in the frame on every car you look at. Now let's get under the hood and take a look at that 454. All right, under the hood here, we've got a 512 block. Previous owner says motor was built to LS6 specs. Previous owner tells us they're LS6 heads. We do have a GM intake on it. It says the carb is also an LS6 spec carb. We do have the big pulley on the alternator. It does have power brakes. It does have power steering. We do have the GM cast iron exhaust manifolds. We do have the Delco battery in it. The firewall's nicely painted. We do have the 1919 there on the firewall. Bottom side of the hood's nicely painted. They've put the new fiberglass in the hood. You can see the gearbox looks like it's a fresh rebuilt unit. You can also see the bushings there in the upper control arms look like they've been replaced. Looks like the wiper motor's also been replaced. Looks like the flapper door, all the mechanism up in there's been replaced. I mean, just everything about the car. Take this car anywhere and you are gonna draw a crowd, guys. The top goes down, it's a 454. She's dressed up like an LS6. Absolutely beautiful, rotisserie restored, and did I mention it's black? And the top goes down, and you can shift gear, guys. This thing is amazing. Call us, 248-974-9513, and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your driveway.